Hi guys, this is Gadget Man 404 and today's flight I am flying the 3X over Burnley Viaduct, which ends in Ilkeston. Now the purpose of this video is to show you that the mod I did a video on before actually worked. I am now able to frame my shots better because I've got the eSheen TX03 mounted to the front of my camera, and when I'm tilting using the tilt slider on the transmitter of the 3X, I can see exactly where my camera is now facing. I have two monitors with different frequencies for each camera, so I won't get any distortion or weakened signal, because trying to send the signal to two different things, it can cause interference with one of them. So I'm now flying down the viaduct, which is what I wanted to do. I've wanted to do this for a while, and now I can actually see exactly what my camera is doing, what it's looking at. Now the 2-axis gimbal on the 3X isn't one of the best gimbals. If anyone knows of a better gimbal which is compatible with the transmitter, I don't know what protocol the 3X transmitter uses. All I know is it's 2.4 gigs. The transmitter for the Wi-Fi is obviously 5.8, but it's so cool that I'm able to now frame my shots better. It was all a bit, I would tilt the camera down a little bit when I was on the floor and see, oh yeah, that's about right. But now when I'm flying, I can literally move my camera, move the slider for the gimbal, and because of the FPV camera at the front, I can see exactly where the camera is facing. I am trying to get a bit lower and just trying to go down the middle, but trust me, it is quite difficult to do. I really didn't look at the other FPV screen. I was more concentrating on the FPV camera that's actually mounted to the camera than the main FPV board camera, which is mounted to one of the legs of the quadcopter. It just has the odd hiccup every now and again. It wasn't very windy. There was a slight breeze to moderate, I think about 10 odd miles an hour. Then again, look, you just saw that is again freaking out. Don't know why it's doing that, because I'm not even moving the gimbal. This app I'm using is from the Power Director video editor, and you can do your voiceovers and add music, etc, etc. But the purpose of this video, as I said in the video that I made earlier today, is that I know where my camera is facing when I'm flying forward, which is absolutely amazing. And I just stuck it on a wooden peg and put an elastic band around the side of the camera, and Bob's your uncle, it worked. I will modify it slightly, make it shorter than a peg length, and also make it lighter. But I just wanted, it's just something I had to hand, that I thought, there you go, another hiccup again with the gimbal. But it actually worked very, very well. But this viaduct is about 670 odd meters, or 74 feet high. So I'm trying to fly over it, and I must be catching wind because it keeps pushing me over, like here, look, to the right. And then I try and get over to the left. The gimbal freaks out for whatever reason, I don't really know. And this is the kind of shots I like doing now, is when I go over trees and things, I can turn the camera down on purpose, and then I know when I fly over the trees I can now move it so I can see what's in the distance, and then I can plan my shot. There again, look, it's a little bit high there, so I just moved it down until I could see it better, and it worked a treat. I got a little 2S battery on one of the legs, just taped on with quite a long lead, so by the gimbal moving, it's not pulling on the battery, etc., not going to disconnect. So I deliberately put a bit of a long lead battery connector in there just to give me a bit more play. I'm fast forwarding this now. This original flight was over 11.5 minutes, nearly 12 odd minutes, and obviously for you guys, you know, most people after 3-4 minutes you're getting a bit bored. So the last few minutes I fast forwarded. That isn't a high speed rail link, that's just I've fast forwarded like up to 8 speed. Now I am not actually over the train line where it looked like I was quite close. I'm very high in the sky, and the angle on the camera is a very wide angle of view. It's about 150 degrees, so it does see a lot. And there you go again, it just freaks out for whatever reason. I don't quite know why it does that. But there's a dual carriageway over those trees over there. There's a river stream effort running through this farmer's land that runs under here, and then it goes underground, and then it comes out over to behind me. So Gadget Man 4